Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. I'm back. Let's get this party started. We're back playing some more Farming Simulator 25 back here in Ray County, Missouri. We are going to start a huge harvest. So we're going to get this party started. Wait till Fuzzy gets in here and he can decide which piece of equipment he wants to take. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get the combines rolling. I'm going to hire these out. And actually, you know what? I need to sleep. Need to sleep to the next day. So I got to thinking about this too. So we got a lot of land. We own pretty much quite a bit of the map here now. And there's only a few fields left that we don't own. So we had these last fields, cornfield, soybean field there, and the cornfield there. Those are the only ones left that we really need to get. Because the other ones are in onions. Matter of fact, I did a few cultivating contracts on some of them. So these are the last ones that have any crop that we can actually use at some point here. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get these. So I gotta add it up. This is gonna be the most expensive one. That's $364. That one is $155. Okay. And then this one is 169. So basically we need let's see. That one was what, 30 something? So I'm just gonna go start taking out some loan. And when we get to a point there, we'll probably have to take just a little more out just to be able to cover all that. But we will make this money back because we're getting all that crop. So we need at least 360 for that one big field. Plus another 155, so that would be we go to at least 550, and then maybe I'm doing math in my head. It hurts. Let's go to 700 and see where we stand there. I can always pay it back if we don't need it. All right, so there's 712. I'll go to 750. Okay, so let's go buy those fields. This is going to be the big ouch. All right, now the other fields, I'm going to hold off on those. We do have one more cornfield right there. How much is that one? That one is not as bad. That's 115. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take out some loan and get that last cornfield there. All of them should be ready though, as far as their states for fert and weeds. So let's go get a little more. And what is our load up to down there now? 2.3. I'm going to go to 2.4. And that way, that can kind of help cover a lot of the cost, because I am going to hire out the combines. All right, so that cornfield right there. So we're going to get started on soybeans. Do the soybeans first. And get those loaded up and brought up here to the dryer. Get those to drying. I did go grab a couple of loads of propane, so I think we've got enough to get us started and well into it. So, all right, let's see, what time is it? Let's just go to 7. Alright, I think I need to refresh my chat too. Go do that too. Refresh. There we go. Alright, if you haven't said hello yet, say hello now. Alright. Go ahead and get these unfolded. Take this one on down the road a little ways. Not too far. Matter of fact, I'm just going to cross the road. Get that big field over there first. And I think I'm not going to put down the straw. I think we're to a point now where we don't really need it, so I'm just going to spread all that residue out. Set that to automatic, that way it can kind of do the lines a little bit better. Actually, you know what, let me double check that. I gotta check to make sure that it does populate all the lines in all the spaces. Because sometimes it will leave some of them out. That looks good to me. Alright, let me tab back over here, grab the deer. Am I live? Can you guys see me? I am live, right? For some reason my chat's not working over here on this other thing. And I refreshed it over there. I see, let me go back over to this other thing that I've got here. Okay, Jeff, good morning. Twitchy, good morning. Positive Pizza Power, good morning. Alright, okay, now it's working over there. I wonder why it wasn't working over there. Is either just really behind or it just wasn't working? I don't know. I'm gonna blame the fireworks. People have been shooting fireworks like crazy and it's not even the 4th yet. I've never seen so many fireworks stands. They're everywhere. Pretty soon it'll be one of those fireworks or gunfire. I hate playing that game because, you know, oftentimes it is, you know, something else. So, hopefully people just buy the fireworks and just shoot the fireworks and they're responsible doing that. I think I'll take this one down here and get it started. Try to get this side done. We'll do the corn later. And we may very well be harvesting this this weekend and next weekend. I was gonna say I'm off the 4th of July. Now, I know there's probably a lot of people that have plans, but seeing as, oh yeah, too, I've got to end early today. So we'll be ending at about 10 o'clock-ish today. Not gonna go to noon. So if we come back, make sure my thing is turned off. It's off. Yep, now it's off. It's not throwing any down. Okay. So maybe come back and do a stream next Friday. That'd be July 4th. Would anybody be interested in that? Leave that on automatic. Not picking up any rows or anything. This one's doing fine. Take the trucks over here. So yeah, might do a stream that morning. I don't know. I don't know what John's plans are. If he plans on streaming that day, I'll probably just stream the morning, like I normally do. I know John usually comes in around what 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I don't know. I missed the end of his stream yesterday, so I'll ask Sean when he wakes up and gets in here if he knows. And actually, I'm gonna take this truck down here and park it. Right in here. Yep. Turned around down here. Good place to turn around. Here looks like a good place. Alright. He believes that he's not streaming Friday or Saturday, but wasn't 100% on Friday. What he was doing. Okay. Well, I'll make plans maybe to stream. Not a guarantee, but it's possible you might see a Friday stream from me. Take this up behind the shop up there. I'm gonna have to go chase that combine down. Good morning, Yuleberry. Alright, let's go get this combine. No, I haven't even been in to look at them, Jeff. I'll have to get in there and look at them. I got plans for the future. I don't know, maybe not on this map, but I'm gonna get several of those trucks, probably in the traditional army green and the army tan, I think it's called. Is it called tan? It's the army tan color. Probably gonna get those trucks and use them for several things, so I will definitely be looking at that. You said you put it in Discord, or is it under the mods section? I'll have to go in and look at that. I got busy immediately after stream yesterday. I got busy doing stuff, and got more stuff to do today. Gonna be ending stream a little early. We'll be here till about 10 o'clock for today. Just kind of getting the harvest kicked off and started. And then we'll have plenty of time to work on a lot of this, especially if I stream Friday morning. Okay, did you see the new Case air planter that has been released to PC only, but it will be coming to everybody? Six. Let me see who did that. You did see it, okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Case Serious, the same one that did this combine. The same guy that just released this 2388 combine, Case combine. He's doing an air seeder, the ADX SDX air drill. So that is out on PC. I'm gonna have to go and download that one too. Haven't done that yet either. Like I said, I got busy doing stuff, and one of those things was eating pizza. I'll admit it. That'll be my Case combine. That's almost full. It's probably not around this curve fully yet. Nope. Probably gonna have to drive out there and empty him in the crop. Should have started him going the other way. So he have his pipe out. He posted that in the Discord too? Okay. I'll go through there then. I'm gonna go look at those bids for the trucks. Haven't seen Fuzzy this morning yet. I don't know if he sent me a message or maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Or maybe he did. Yep, he got called in, so been there. I was on call last weekend, technically. Normally I don't get called in, but I have been called in before. I remember one Sunday I had to go in when I got called in, and normally I stream on Sundays, and it was a Sunday, and I had to go in and work. Ended up working 16 hours. He's full. So I'm gonna pull up right next to him here. Just get him offloaded. Yeah, Fuzzy, if you see this, don't worry about it. We're gonna be back. Maybe on the 4th. So we'll go from there. I guarantee you we'll still be, cause I'm probably not gonna do a ton on here. Between now and then, maybe a little, but probably not a lot. So we'll have plenty of harvesting to do on here this next coming weekend. I still got a lot I gotta do, so I got to get some stuff and do some things, and a lot to do. And I gotta do it in the heat. Some of it in the heat. It's gonna be very hot starting tomorrow. Well, it's gonna be warm today, but it's supposed to be. I think we're looking at. I don't know if it's record highs, or if they just issued like a warning or something like that. But it's supposed to be really super hot. About that time of year, though. You know, usually when we get right into July, we start seeing, excessive heat warnings or heat advisory, or poor what's the one, poor air quality conditions due to the heat and the humidity, the mixture of it, and might see some ozone stuff too. Just with summer being here now, just going diving off the diving board and doing a cannonball in the summer. So that's my John Deere compound doing. He's not full. He's not full yet. I'm gonna look at the map and see how he's doing down there. Go to growth. Oh yeah, he's still working on the outside. So yeah, everything that's yeller, we've got to harvest. So we've got a lot to do. Haven't heard anything out of Celobuki, so I'm assuming he's either busy, hard at work, working on the Murray, Iowa map, and maybe the Alma 4X map, or maybe he's actually busy working. We all get busy working, and life happens, so got stuff to do there. over here and take this down there and offload that deer. See, he's getting there. He's gonna make that way. Is he doing straight lines now? I think he made his round. I think he's doing straight lines now, so I'll offload him when he starts headed back this way. Pretty soon, most of this will be straightened up out here. So none of these fields with curves and trees and all that stuff. We'll move a lot of it. And this is one field right here that I might go ahead and get before spring planting. Just so I can plow around it. Ooh, I gotta put that on 6. Thing about this older John Deere combine, it empties slower. They don't empty too fast. Once we get it emptied, it's good to go. Alright, back to the case. Question is he going to come back this way or is he going to keep going around that way? Looks like he might be coming this way. So yep, I should be able to empty him on this little run right here. Get turned around. Got him emptied all the way, so I'll catch back up with him. Let him get on around there a little bit. All right. Yes, it is possible to do it with the AI. Keeping in mind, I have done a little bit of expanding with these fields and a little bit of officializing with these fields. So if you're familiar with this map, this was a field like right through there. And this was all trees and woods this way. And then this field started kind of back over here. And it went down to right here. And then there was trees here. I took those out. And I merged all of this together. So yes, it's definitely possible. I mean, this entire one field here, it loaded all the lines perfect for me. And I've got plans when we get everything harvested over here. We've got more beans down here to harvest. And we've got corn to harvest. I'm going to come in and do a lot more plowing and leave them. I'm going to leave all the ponds and stuff in there. Kind of like I did over here. So there's a pond right in there. There's a pond right in there. There's a pond in there. There's a pond in there. But I'm going to work around the ponds. I think there's a pond right there. So I'm just going to leave those in there and just work around them. And it does load the lines around the ponds. So just going to make, I think the plan is to try to make this all more kind of one field right here. And then when we get this field down here, I don't even know how much that one is. That one's 119. So we'll look at that later. If we decide to wait on that one, we will. Because there's still a few fields left that we don't own. But yeah, I'm going to try to go in here and take out the trees in between here. Need to go unload the deer. I think he's starting to do his straight line passes now, so he's going to be going at an angle. But yeah, this was 3 fields right here, and I straightened the edge up a little bit on that side, left the pond right there, and it populated the lines for the AI here just perfect. That's the best part about the AI in 25 is like it shows you what the plan is. You don't just go to the field and hire it out and have faith that they're going to do their job, which they never did. So now when you set it up, it'd be hard to really demonstrate with this because I'm running the tipper. Let's see, let me lock that in. So if I went to this thing, it won't load that, but if I go, can I get up there? Probably won't do it while it's active, will it? Let me finish emptying him out, deactivate that. Let him empty out there. Should do it now. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, this is really a bad example because I'm in a tipper, in a tractor with a tipper. Let me change that. I think I can do it with that one either. Nope. Well, if I just fired this right here, let me just show you that. Go back into there's the hired worker menu. So see, this was 3 fields. Had a field over to the left and then 2 more fields over kind of to the right of the pond there. Plowed all that together, straightened up the north edge, straightened up the eastern edge there. Just got it nice and a little more efficient. And basically it works. Let me go grab my tractor. I'm gonna empty this out, and then I think I'm gonna go attack these small little fields that are surrounded by trees over here. If I can get to them. I might have to send the drone up to see where the approaches are to those little fields. But if I remember right, a lot of trees in between here and there. Tell you what, I'll just go ahead and pull up to this truck, start emptying into that since I'm heading in that direction anyway. Go. And we'll get a double dump going on here. Double dump. And the little meter up there's freaking out. That means, what that means is one of the things is emptying quicker than the other. So either I'm gonna say that the grain cart is emptying way faster than the combine is, because this combine empties slow. Here we go. Alright, let me send the drone up here, because I have no idea where these approaches are. I didn't even look at the sales. Ooh, there's a Kinsey planter on sale. 50% off. Okay. You are here. We want to be here and here. So it looks like the approach to this field is down here. And there's one up here. So it looks like there's actually two approaches off of this main field over here. So I might just use the red combine over there on those fields. Because the rest of this, there's no road or anything to get in there, and I'd have to take out some trees to get there. So, and I don't think we want to do that. So I'm gonna go over. What is that? That's in corn, right? Oh, that's corn. So I think I'm gonna go over to this field. Start working on it. Yeah, corn right here. Yeah, I'll leave that on automatic for that one. And I guess I'll go back up and try to empty out the case combine again. What I need to do is get a tractor and figure out what heading the railroad tracks are on. Hopefully they're on a heading that I can set with the enhanced vehicle mod. And then come in and try to straighten that northern edge up there. No, he ain't stuck. Where's that little... There it is. Let me take this tractor down the railroad track. I think this would be as wide as the tracks. Maybe. This is our grass field. Wonder, is the deer stand out over here yet? Nope, I don't see it yet. See if I can get down here to their tracks. They're out here somewhere. Here they are. Now I just need to watch for the train. Don't try this at home, kids. Only in Farm Sim. What I'm trying to do is trying to map what the heading is on the tracks here. There's 239. And it looks like it might be 240. There's 240. Seems like it's kind of pulling to the left a little bit. Try 241. Yeah, that's gonna be too much. So 240 is gonna be the closest thing. Oh, there's the train. Now I wait. Because this is a long train. It actually kind of looks like a passenger train from the side. Just the color scheme. Looks like the Hogwarts Express. If I had to be in one of the houses, I think I'd be a Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff sounds more up my alley. You know, the Gryffindor, they're more of the, you know, the noble, honorable, you know. The Slytherin, you know, they're the bad guys. And Ravenclaw, they're just the weird guys. They're like the, you know, not really bad, but they're kind of, you know, I don't know what the right word is. But Hufflepuff, they seem like the kind of people that would bake a honey bun, or order a pizza, you know, or something like that. So I would be all right with Hufflepuff. Alright, I'm going to say 240. So that's what we'll try to go with over there. I may try to replow that over there to match up. I think I did plow part of that as 240 from the kind of northeastern section part over there. Now I gotta figure out how to get in here. I'm gonna park this right here. Or maybe down here, kind of out of the way. I may have to bring a truck up through here and I don't want to be parked in the way. I'll come back for it and move it later. There it is. Right. Mmm, pizza. I don't know, Hufflepuff, they seem like the kind, the bring in a box of glazed donuts, or um yeah, order a pizza or, play Farm Sim, have a movie marathon. It's kind of like the college fraternities. You guys remember that movie Revenge of the Nerds? So you had Lambda Lambda Lambda, and you had what was it, Alpha Beta, Alpha Zeta, or something like that. And then you had the Omega Mu's, and like different fraternities. That's kind of what the houses are. They're kind of like fraternities. Yeah, 240, and then the other direction would be. Hey Siri, what's 240 minus 180? So 60. So you would have a straight, if you did this in a straight line and kind of went along the edge of the rail over there, it would be 240 going southwest and then 60 degrees northeast. Just to match up with the rail. So normally, you've got 0 degrees north and then 45-degree angle. 45 is true northeast. So 60 degrees is a little more this way. Alright, now we head back down to the deer. He's almost made a full pass. Good morning, Noah. How you doing? We are harvesting soybeans. I've got this older deer combine going down here, down south a little ways. And then I got this case combine going up a little bit north of where we're at down there with the deer. Letting him do his two headlands here. Actually, probably need to bring the tractor over and start emptying him out. Yeah, I tend to lean heavy on the deer stuff. We've only got a handful of case stuff that we kind of like. We like the 8900, and we like the 5488. And then Case Serious. I'm probably butchering that name. He just released the 2388 case combine that we've got up there, so we started using that one. We got a lot of deer stuff too. Oh yeah, I cleared out these trees in between these two fields down here. So those should be more efficient when we plow them together. Of course, we're going to take out this entire tree line now that we own this. So we'll take this out and those won't exist anymore. Or they will, but they'll be integrated into these fields up here. So we ran into the 7R. It was on sale. We've got the 4955. I think that's available on all of them. We've got the 8900, of course. Fantastic mod. This was a good one back in 22 as well. Got the 8820. The sprayer. Got the 7810 row crop. There's the 5488, which Fuzzy might have parked that in the wall a little bit there. Here we go. Nice old tractor. I remember seeing these around where I live at, so I'm from the deep south. And we have the 2388. This one was literally just released Friday. Then we got the M85 truck, Army truck, in the mod hub. And back to the 7R. A wee bit foggy. Play on 22. 22 is good. I will say there was more options somewhere between 19 and 22 for the deer equipment. I remember when they first came out with the deer stuff in 19, they had like the 6M, stuff like that. A lot of these you can get as mods now, but they had more in-game equipment. I know they brought in the 8RT, the 9RT. They did not bring back the 9RT. You can still get the 4755 and the 7810, the Giants versions of those, but you have to download them through the mod hub. They're not in the game, so to speak. Deer is good to go from there. We head back up to the case. Alright. We did finish drying the oats. Ended up with 37,000 liters of oats, dried oat. And then I've got the propane. There's still a lot of propane in there. And then I've got a truck over there. Well, I say I've got a truck over there. I've got a tanker over there that's almost full. So we got enough to get us started and keep us running for a minute. You usually run on soybeans and corn, then this map would be for you. The PC only map, it's by No Creek Farms, called Ray County, Missouri. He had a map for 22. I'm trying to remember, was it Medicine Creek? There's another No Creeks Farm out there for 22, and I want to say it was Medicine Creek. Yeah, Ray County's okay. Just a couple of things I would change. But, yeah, for the most part, it's okay. He's pretty much empty, so I'm just gonna stop right there and go back down to the deer. So he's doing his straight lines now. You played on the Xbox One? Gotcha. I think everybody's got the GTA fever here lately. No pre-orders started this week. They said that majority of the pre-orders have been over on PlayStation 5 and not the Xbox. But I'm not gonna switch back to console just for that. The rumor is that they'll come out with the PC version of GTA 5 in February of 27. So we'll have to wait a few months to get into the GTA. Or did I say GTA 5? I meant GTA 6. we'll have to wait a few months to get into the GTA 6 swing of things. And there's so many rumors out there. There's rumors that they're going to bring back Tommy Vercetti or whatever his name was from Vice City. Don't know about that one. Probably not true. There's rumors that CJ is in the game. Don't know about that one. It's probably not true. But you know, you never know. Rockstar, they do like to do a few Easter eggs like that sometimes. So. I know that the file size is insane. You know, there's a lot of people griping about how it doesn't come with a physical disc. Like when you buy the actual physical copy, it doesn't come with a disc. And they're saying that they will release a physical disc in December. But the thing is, even the physical disc, it'd be nice to have a physical disc, right? But even having the physical disc, you're still just gonna get a key, what do you call it? Like a key code, like a download code, because the game is 300 gigabytes to download. Not to mention all of the updates and stuff that will probably come on the heels of the release. So. Morning, Steven. How's it going? Yeah, I think the whole world is caught up in GTA fever right now. As I can guarantee you, and the internet, I think, kind of confirms this, there's going to be a lot of people calling in sick to work if they don't take vacation, or if they can take vacation, they'll probably take vacation, but if they can't, if they still have vacation left. But there's gonna be a lot of people calling in sick to work on November 19th. I think that's when it comes out. So the internet might be a little bogged down around that time. Yeah, doing good here. We're harvesting beans and chewing bubble gum. And we're all out of bubble gum. Let's see, where did he start doing? Started kind of out in the middle, didn't he? And over on that side. November 19th is your birthday. Say if you share that with anybody else, that'd be a great birthday present. That'd be one of those birthday presents to remember if you got a new console and GTA 6, and of course you said you're not very big on GTA, but I know a lot of people are. Well, when does the expansion come out for Farming Simulator course, you don't have 25 yet. You need to pick up 25. You haven't even played Kinleg yet. Kinleg was okay. That was kind of the Harry Potter-ish setting for Farming Simulator. Had the steam engine train and everything. I feel like we need to go back to that map at some point. Just to kind of continue on and maybe finish what we started over there. Well, Farm Sim 26 is already out. That's a mobile game. Yeah, Farming Simulator 26. A lot of people, you know, are thinking that 26 is the next desktop class Farming Simulator game, and it's not. That's the mobile game that just released May 20th. The next desktop class Farming Simulator, like what I'm playing right here, that will be most likely Farming Simulator 28. And that will release, should release in, I would say, November of 27. Yeah, Farming Simulator 26 came out. It was only for mobile. So like your phone, your tablets, your mobile devices. But the next big one would be Farming Simulator 28, and that would be probably announced in I would say March or April of 27, sometime late spring 27, and then followed up with a release in the fall of 27, probably November. And I want to say that the last, was it 25 or 22? 25 or 22, I think they actually did release on like the 19th. There most likely will not be a Farming Simulator 27. We talked about this yesterday. So you had Farming Simulator 13, Farming Simulator 14, which was a mobile game, Farming Simulator 15, which was console and PC, Farming Simulator 16, which was a mobile game, Farming Simulator 17, which was console and PC, desktop class game, Farming Simulator 18, which was a mobile, Farming Simulator 19, console and PC, Farming Simulator 20, mobile game, and then I think it went from, it was either 20 or 21, and then it jumped, they went to, instead of a 2-year cycle for both the mobile and the desktop class game, it went to a 3-year cycle. So now they have 3 years of development behind each release of the desktop game. So the PC, the console version of Farming Simulator, is every 3 years now. And they are on track to do that same thing again, because you look at the roadmap, they did the same thing they did with 22. You know, we have the season passes. We're in the year 2 season pass now, and we're gonna see the expansion come out in November for 25. So this will be the year 2 expansion. The year 1 expansion was the Highlands fish expansion. So we got fishing, we got fish farming, and got the Highlands map, the Scottish map. And they're gonna announce and go into more detail about the year 2 expansion August 1st. So that'll be FarmCon this year. I think they're having it at the Volvo place over there across the pond from me. So they're gonna go into more detail. They'll talk about the map, where it's at, what it's gonna have, you know, if we get any new crops, if we get any new animals. They tend to go over, you know, more details about it at FarmCon. We're at the FarmCon. It's somewhere in Europe. I think a quick Google, you could probably just say like Farming Simulator FarmCon, and then it should give you the dates. I think it's August 1st and 2nd, so that should be a Saturday and a Sunday. They'll probably have a stream maybe the Friday before. So what is that, July 31st? And then it should, I want to say Cologne, Germany, but don't quote me on that. I have a feeling it's in Germany though. It's either Germany or Switzerland, someplace like that. Yeah, I want to say it's in Germany. It's wherever the Volvo place is. If it is the Volvo place that they're having it at, and I think it is, if I remember right, I think that's in Germany. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, if they ever have one over here, pizza party, I'm totally on board for a bus party. Yeah, it'd be nice if they'd have it in America. I know that Giant Software does come to a few events, very few events here in America, but it's not, you know, it's not the whole hype of FarmCon. It's basically just like a showcase show, or I hate to sound like the Price is Right. Like a exhibition show rather than, you know, like a whole big announcement about, you know, upcoming stuff. But most likely we'll probably definitely get, oh yeah, guaranteed definitely get new equipment. Probably some Volvo stuff if they're having it there. So there's a lot of Volvo like heavy equipment, like construction stuff, and probably some more trucks and vehicles and stuff. So probably looking at that. It's pretty close to the same. It's just different. You know, the British and the Scottish farming, really any farming European style is going to be slightly different. It's going to typically be smaller equipment, smaller fields, uh, way different setup. Um, they'll do things slightly different, but kind of the same. Over here in America, you know, we have more of the large scale operations, kind of like Australia does. You know, we have the bigger fields, the bigger machines. Of course, they do use the bigger machines over there too, but we do have the advantage of the bigger fields and having the ability to use the really larger headers, and you know, we do the additional stuff here that I don't really think they do over there too much. Maybe a little bit, but not too much. I know it's like the emergency pack that they just released. That is heavily European. There's not. I don't think there's any American equipment in it. So no American fire trucks. No, you know, nothing like that. I think they're all European. I've said, you know, that there for the future of the PC and console farming simulator, that there's room for more of the dynamic ground style stuff. So brings in a whole new slew of equipment, and the landscaping tool, they could integrate that in with the equipment. So like a road grader, box scraper, grader blade, bulldozer, excavator, backhoes, stuff like that. Something that we could actually like dig into the ground. Anyway, I'm gonna let him come over here because he's just about done with that little strip. Yeah, and then I think, you know, when you think about new crops, orchards, a lot of room for orchards. So anything you think about, anything that grows on a tree, whether it be fruit or nut, I think they could do peanuts. I think they could do like sweet potatoes. I think they could do. We already do, you know, sugar beets and potatoes. I know they do a lot of sugar beets up there. Minnesota, up north, Michigan, places like that. Oh man, he's coming right for me. Ah! Attack of the Killer John Deere. Octane at 55. And it looks like I need to change that to 56. Or 57. Nope, it is 56. 56, pick up sticks. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they can do. A lot of equipment, a lot of crops. Animals, you think about when we started, back when I started back really Farming Simulator 15. The only animals that we had were sheep, cows, and chickens. That's all we had. Just those three. Now we've got pigs. Now we've got horses. Now we've got goats. Now we've got additional cows. So like the buffalo, water buffalo cows, the Angus cows. There are other animals that we could do. They could put turkeys in the game. They could put llamas in the game, alpacas, stuff like that. Gonna play your farm sim now? Awesome. Yeah, I am looking forward to getting back to a 4X map. You know, we tend to lean more towards the 4X maps. We're getting there. We're making progress. We got that field done. This one I'd say is probably about half done. He's headed back to the back 40 there now. So he'll start on that, and then I'm gonna take that combine and harvest these two smaller fields because there's an approach to that one there, and then there's an approach to this one there to get into those fields. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna come in back in, and that rail line is pretty close to 240. So I'll probably just start back up here and just make sure that that's all in line. It goes in line until about right. Well, that save out of the way. It stays, I think it does stay at 240 until about right here. You can kind of see right here where it curves. And I moved it out that way. I think that's the original. It's close to the original border of the field, or what the border that I had plowed. So I can come in and clear some more trees out along, and maybe even move the field over towards the railroad track a little bit. And just do 40 all the way down. And once we own this field and this property, because there's, I think that kind of borders it. Yeah, it does a little bit there. Get that one and then take all these trees out and then just make this all the same field out here. So the highway would be the border. The railroad tracks would be the border. This road would be the border, and then of course the actual border. So that'd be a good sized field. Yeah, when it comes to the precision farming, we don't use that. So anybody in chat can answer his question. I know that with precision farming, you don't have to fertilize the soybeans. You do have to test the soil to see where the pH is at, and then whether it needs lime or not. So yeah, that would be a question for somebody in chat that uses precision farming. If you're not using precision farming, what we do here is we harvest. So we're harvesting right now. I'll come in and throw some solid fert down on the harvested ground, and then I always plow. I don't know what the rule is with precision farming, but with not using it, if you plow, you will not have weeds. So we plow every time. That's our fall tillage. We'll run a plow, so we don't have any issues with weeds. That saves us on herbicide. And then we really, if it's just our fields that we're doing and we don't want to do any contracts, we won't even need a rotary hoe or anything like that. We have rotary hoes just for contract work. And I may end up selling one of those back. But we don't have to spend money on herbicide or anything. Or money on a weeder or nothing like that. And then if our planter or seeder requires it, we'll do cultivating for spring tillage. But I think most of the time our planters and cultivators, they have their own cultivation. Is that a word? Cultivation. It doesn't sound right, but I'm gonna go with it. It has its own cultivating process during the planting part. Gonna fertilize them to be safe. Yeah, I don't blame you. You don't want to miss out on that fert. Fert's a good bonus on the yield. Each fertilization state, I don't know what it is with precision, but without it, it's 25% of your yield. So you got your first stage, so that's 25% of your yield. Second stage, that's another 25% of the yield. No weeds, that's another 15%, I believe. 15 or 20. I think it's 15. And then the other stuff, so you have rolling, you have mulching, you have rock removal if you want to do that, you have liming. Am I forgetting anything? Those count towards yield as well, but not as much. Those are like 1 or 2%, so it's not a huge number. How do you get rid of money besides buying stuff? Buy fertilizer. That's the best way to get rid of money. Fertilizer is so expensive. Save your money for your fertilizer. If you have too much money, that's a blessing. I guess it depends on how you play. Now, if you have solar panels, windmills, government subsidy signs, stuff like that, that's just free money, which we don't use any of that. I think we built windmills on the very first map, and we tried to build them on another map, but that one didn't work. So I probably won't be building windmills anytime in the future, or solar panels, or government subsidy signs, anything like that. Yeah, if you just want to get rid of your money, buy some fertilizer. Go in and get you several pallets of the grade A fertilizer. Whether it be liquid, you can buy the pallets of the liquid, or you can buy, you can go in the mod hub. I know these pallets are available. These are cheaper though. You can buy several pallets of the, well, you can do bags, or you can do what are these? Just the little fertilizer crate things. Fertilizer boxes. Yeah, if you really and truly wanted to, get rid of it using the government subsidy mod in the beginning, you might just consider just starting over. Start your map over, and play without any of that. No government subsidy, no generators, nothing like that. Nothing that gives you a ton of free money anyway. I need my grain cart. Morning, Adam. Going good. Oh yeah, so there you go. Dark's got a solution there. You can create a multiplayer map and get rid of it that way. changed over right there. Good morning, welcome in. Oop, or- Alright, let him finish up there. I'll hop back up here with this combine. And I am going to take a quick break, guys, since we're going to be ending early today. So I shall return. I'm not even going to cut the video for YouTube. So YouTube, you guys, I shall return. Nobody got full. Somebody finished though. I think the John Deere finished down there. Let me go move him so he can keep on harvesting. And again, I'll stop all this stuff, and if we come back Friday morning, we'll start up again then, and if not, we'll start up again Saturday morning. Yep. Tell you what, let me empty this, and I'm gonna go do these small fields down here. Alright, well, let me bring the tractor down here. I was thinking I was going to move over to that other big field over there, but I forgot about these small ones down here. Get all these trees taken out, and this will all be one field. I think this field over to the west, yeah, this one's the longer one, so. I will start down here. Got a lot of smoothing, that's the reason why I didn't plow these together yet. A lot of smoothing to do through there. Before we can merge these together. But what I did try to do is take out the trees where it kind of keeps that border of the field here. So that when we come in and plow this up, soybean dust, we can just plow a straight line all the way through here and hopefully get these two fields to match up. I might have to do some work with the Perfect Edge mod. But yeah, get these kind of lined up. What I may do is come in and put a little bit of grass on the edge here because it is so close to the border. The border is right there. So yeah, I may come in with the Perfect Edge and put in some grass there and then plow this further out. Maybe about where the tree branches stick out there. Just do grass under them and then plow a straight line right through here. And then eventually, in the long run, it'll extend all the way over here to the west. Right through here, so we've got this corn to harvest. I think this is the bottom of that big field. Yeah. So we've got the bottom of this big field. We'll get the corn cut. Get it in the dryer. And this is all grass out here, so we'll plow all that up. Clear out all the trees that you can see through there. And then at some point it goes into this other... Yeah, so here's that other field. This is the one we don't own yet. Let me look at this ditch. Is there any running water in this ditch? If it's a ditch and it doesn't have the running water in it, I might go ahead and smooth it up a little bit. Probably what I'm going to do. But if it's a ditch that has the running water in it, And at some point, I think this does transition over to that somewhere. I think it's not till the railroad track or maybe the road up there. Run on up there. Here's where the approaches kind of come in and split off there. Most of this is pretty flat out here, though. Got to get the trees out. Oh, there's one of those deer stands. So this is one of the tree stands. And not like the actual little like box stand. You can tell what time of year it is here in Ray County when you start seeing the tree stands like this. So you know what? I probably need to mark this tree. Need to get some. You know what? I think I need to. No, don't kiss the. No, I don't want to do that. I need to buy some paint. So I'm going to do the purple paint because we're going to mark this as posted. That way I know if this tree is still here after, because I think these deer stands disappear. I think there's another one up there by the grass field or the hay field. But if this tree disappears, it won't matter. If it doesn't disappear and only the stand itself disappears, I don't need to cut this tree because then that deer stand will spawn back in and be out here all by its lonesome without a tree to be attached to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint the back side here. Mark it as posted. If it'll let me, it might not let me. Oh wait, I gotta be closer. There we go. Oh, you can only paint it once. Yeah, you can only do one side, so I'll do the back side. Alright, so that is posted. We'll know not to cut that tree. Where am I? Should be the tracks, yep. Here's the tracks. Where does the water start? It may not run under the railroad tracks. It may be up here. Maybe the road. What I'm thinking of. Nice little country setting out here. Feel like we could build a little mom and pop restaurant out here. Yeah, I think it's right here. So areas like this that have the rock and the animated creeks going through, I won't mess around too much with the trees around these areas like this. But if it's a ditch, see this ends. This literally ends right there. If it's a ditch like this over here that doesn't have any running water in it, then I'll probably end up doing work and probably smoothing a lot of these out and line it up. But if it's animated, like that right there, well, can't see it because of the trees. It's there somewhere, I promise. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, if it's animated like that, that's just too pretty to cover up. So we'll keep these little creek areas. I think there's another one up north there too. I need to go empty my common. Well, it's too late. Yes, I'm too late. Too late. Too empty on the run. It's too late. Too late. right, Noah, we'll see you. And thanks for the follow. Make sure you subscribe over to YouTube as well. Sometimes we'll do, well, usually every week we do YouTube only videos. youtube.com/thegreenarcade. Have a good one. Deer. guys. Well, it is that time. So finishing early today. I'll come back and do another stream at some point. Maybe Friday morning. See. Also come back and see if John's gonna do any streaming on Friday. I know it is July 4th. But you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. If you're here in America, have a happy 4th of July. And yeah, enjoy your first week of July. It's going to be a hot one, especially here. So until the next time, guys, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Grand Arcade. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.